Hi guys, it's time to work on this slash. Last time I made a video, I just cleaned it down just so I could start working on it. I haven't done anything with it yet, so what I did do was just whip a few screws out just because I've got to replace the servo on it. Also got to replace the shock. I think by the time I've done all that, I might as well replace this drive shaft. Wasn't going to because it's not broke, but to be fair, I might as well make it the same as the other side. So yeah, I'm just going to crack on. As it stands, I've just whipped some screws out just so I can get some access. I don't know how much of this I've got to take off before I can actually do it, so I think I've just got to get to that servo. Obviously don't want to take more apart than I need to, but yeah, I've taken a little bit of apart so far, and I'm just going to carry on. So I don't think we need this. Maybe lift the back end up a bit. So as it stands, we've got this sort of hanging off, and the servo is dead as a doornail. I've tested it loads of times. Right, so that's about centred there. So where's that look? Just need to see what that looks like. And typically you can't get that away from there like that. So it doesn't look like it's straight down. I just want to make sure I put the new one on centred. So it should be, I mean, that's about the centre. You won't be able to see from back there, which is unfortunate. It's the only camera angle I can get. But no, it's not straight down. I'm not too sure I'm going to centre that. I'm going to have to sort of play about with it, and it's going to be a bit difficult. I'm not sure what the right, whether you do it from the top. You can't do it from the top because the chassis is in the way. I'm kind of just making this up as I go along like I normally do. But it's not in a set position. It's not like it's straight down or straight across or anything like that. I'm sure I can find out, but I mean that looks, yeah, that looks, it must supposedly go straight down, I think, and there should be enough to trim it out if I go straight down. It's a little bit on an angle. I can loosen that off. I think what I'll do is I'll pull that out of the way and put the bottom of the new shock in just so I know what's going on. So I'm just going to kind of build this up and take it apart all at the same time. So I've got to get in here and take this servo horn off, which doesn't seem too difficult. And so that's freed that up, got that right out of the way, and I can get to the servo now. I don't know what's wrong with this servo, but it's not working. We've got it out. All I need is to pull the wire which goes into the receiver box for the servo. And should let me get this servo out. Right, the servo's out. The front end's looking a bit dodgy at the moment, but don't worry, that will come back together again. Clear this off. Again, I don't know what's wrong with that servo, but I've got this Savox one to replace it. Higher torque, waterproof as well. I don't think I'll have any problems with the Savox one. Right. It's a bit deeper. Right, that doesn't cause any trouble. Wire through. Tight fit. Right, here we go. We're in. I think we're in. Check I've got this the right way around. I'm not entirely sure if I have, if I'm honest. No, I've got servo backwards. So, this note fits. I would have took a picture of it on my phone and had a look, but phone's doing the filming. Right, yeah, it goes easier that way, that makes sense. Okay, so before I put all this together, I've got to do something about this. There is grease in there, so I'm guessing they just grease them. Where's my big tub of grease? Just regular multi-purpose grease, this stuff. Works fine in diffs unless you're tuning them. But just, I don't know how much I'm going to need in there. I'm just going to basically blob it and fill it up. Yeah, it needs a bit more in there. Never have too much grease. Better off with too much grease and not enough, that's for sure. There was a bit in there, and I guess they just grease them. They're not sealed in the same way as the armours and things like that, by the looks of things. I'm doing this all left-handed as well, so I can keep it roughly on camera, which is fairly difficult. Spun it round the other way, I'd be right-handed. Yeah, I've got some real goodies for this slash, and I would have loved to have just made a video just with the shiny new parts, but unfortunately I had to get the basic stuff sorted first. Yeah, so I'll whip the wheels off. Have a quick look. It's difficult to. I did the other side. It wasn't difficult. It was just fiddly. One wheel out of the way. And I don't know how easy these are going to be to get off. I seem to remember this didn't come off very easy last time. I would recommend this for everyone. It works. Good old knife. Not sure how the new axles work. I think they're screw-in pins on the new axles. So I can move all this out of the way. I think that should just slide out. Okay, so we've got essentially the same part there as that, pretty much. From memory, it goes all the way through. It's a pin with a thread on the end, and then you can pull it out. So that's that part out, and it should come off now. Right, so essentially that is the plastic version of that. Right, so that's got to slide onto here. And they're a snug fit as well. Parents feel all really good. They don't feel sort of gritty or anything, they feel fine. So this comes through onto here. Let's put the hub in. That's that bearing into that hub. Looks good on the outside. I could do with getting an actual wrench this size. Right, so I'm going to have to fiddle with this now to get it to go through the shaft, which is easier said than done. Just need it in exactly the right place. Ah, there we go. That was, I think that's it. It's a bit fiddly this bit, because you've got to get it through both sides, in the right place, lengthwise. Might just dab a little bit more. Right, let's just dab a little bit more Loctite on that as well. Last thing I need is for these to come out. Right. So we get a bit of Loctite on that. That's easily enough. It's a bit confusing having two shops on this side, but not to worry. I think we're probably getting to the stage where I can put it on in a minute. I just want to get the steering right, and I also want to test the servo. Best I can do really at the moment is kind of put it on best and then put it all back together a little bit just to see whether it's centered or not. Can't really do a lot else. Not sure if these are the same, the top. I think the screws might be different on these. To be fair, they had a really hard bash down the BMX track and it was never the same after that. The shocks just got bashed, but they're not really up to much, these standard shocks, so these platinum ones would be better. So it seems to have been set in the middle, which is what I wanted. So let's pull it like that. Perfect. Yeah, we're all good. A lot faster than the Traxxas one. Okay, I'm happy with that. Right, why is the steering going backwards? I don't know. I don't know what's caused that. Okay, so sometimes you just got to trust your instincts. The instructions didn't help at all, and they showed it exactly the way I thought it should go. And it was literally that the servo was inverted via the controller. So I just quickly looked it up, and you can invert the servo via the transmitter. I did that, and I think we're all good to go. So I'm just going to try and hook this back up, and we should have the steering the right way. I will connect it the way that it says in the instructions, which just made it go backwards. I'm just going to quickly hook this up, so I've not got the servo actually mounted. I'll speed that bit up because I've done it a few times. Worth knowing though, if someone puts a different servo and I don't know why it goes backwards, I have no idea. That's in a position. I can see now, it's confusing, something going upside down. Way that really is confusing. So yeah, I mean, if it had been a different controller, I'd just flick a switch and switch the controller. But yeah, I've got to put this servo back in, which obviously I've done a few times. So I'm going to speed this up, and we should be good to go now. Make sure I've got this centered. I want the trim in the middle. It says in the instructions, serve it at 1 o'clock, just about 1 o'clock. And I've got, how much trim have I got? Lots that way, plenty that way. So I can trim whatever's in there out, so that must be right now. Yeah, it's bang on. So. Yeah, that's perfect. Some red on there, some red sticky stuff. Yeah, perfect. Right, finally it'll stop falling apart as well. We should have perfect steering now. Perfect. Perfectamundo. Feels very smooth as. Not loose, it's nice and I suppose it's quite thick that grease. There we go. Down goes my battery. And it charges for a few minutes. So, like everything, I've just whipped all this off, and taking things apart is super easy. You don't have to figure anything out to take things out. But putting it back together, no, you've got to think a little bit. Fast enough. obviously stiffen this one up. So let's try and stiffen it up a little bit. I don't want it to bang down on the body so much. Yeah, that's better. Feels flush. The back just sunk. It's just sunk. It won't come back out. Look. That's up, down, sunk, knackered. Savox Servos always make a bit of a noise. They're a bit rough around the edges noise-wise. Just to go over what I've done so far, and it took a lot longer than I was expecting. We've just basically swapped the shocks, put these drive shafts in. There was one already in, but it was changing the servo that took the time, getting inside, all in here and everything. So yeah, that's what took the time, but it's done now. And the front suspension feels really, really plush. Drive line feels good because I greased the diffs. The diffs are nice. They need a bit of loosening up because there's a lot of grease in there, but they feel good. Right guys, my camera cut out, I didn't realise, but just finished off. Receiver box went back on, nice and neatly. You can see it's all nice and neat around here. I might just cable tie that, I don't think it'll matter. But this is all nicely fitted back on now. And I went ahead and changed the rear shocks for the new ones. So, move this out of the way. Works great. Perfect suspension. So it feels nice. So that was a good job there. But yeah, it feels good. And there's no rebound in it at all. A bit of slap maybe. And I think it might need to just go up a bit at the back. So the new shocks at the back, you can see the new ones. I put those on, thought I was filming and I wasn't. So yeah, finished that off and that's that done for now. So next up is the nice shiny bits I've got for it. And I'll clear up and we'll have a nice clean bench for that. Alright, cheers guys.